Top 5 mindset shifts that every female entrepreneur needs. All right. So, welcome back to another episode of Healing into Femininity. It's me, your girl, Joanna, and let's dive right in. So, today I want to talk to you about the mindset shifts and also the behavioral shifts, the emotional shifts, and the habitual shifts, because it's never only about mindset, right? It is about like the chain of creation from the mind to the feeling to the behavior to the action to the result. So the first thing is number one, you can do whatever you deeply desire. This is the first and most important thing. I believe you can have everything you want, but the tricky part here is knowing what you actually want, right? Being sure about what it is that you really want. And I believe this is where we have to do the deeper inner work in order to be like, this is what I want, or is this still something that society wants from you? Or your family, your mother, your father, your culture, your gender role, right? Sometimes we first have to, we really have to dig out what is truly yours, right? What is truly yours. And if you found that, right? If you found that, and number one also is you can't find clarity by just sitting and thinking. You have to go out and live more. Like you have to live more. You have to experience things. You have to experience yourself in order to know what you do want and what you don't want. Okay. So really figuring out what it is that you do want. And then I want to let you know you can have that. You can have that because it is true. If it wouldn't, like, if it is inside of you, if your heart is burning for it, if you feel it in your gut, if your heart pounds when you think about that, or you just have this knowing that whatever it is that you want is yours, it is yours because it is inside of you for a reason. So you probably already have what it takes in order to make it happen, right? To let it happen. Okay. So you can do it. Number one, decide that you can do it, you can be it, you can have it. Yeah, it is yours. It is yours. If it lives inside of you, it is yours. Number two is stop trying to convince other people of you, your worth, your value, or your idea, even like your business idea or your idea, whatever it is, right? Don't try to convince somebody. And I want to tell a personal story. So I have been an entrepreneur for 7 years now, and I have been like in my personal business as a coach. I had a cafe with my mom, and I was also involved in network marketing. So one of the lessons network marketing really told me or like taught me was that it is such a waste of time to try to save everybody, to try to bring everyone along that you want them to understand and that you want them to join. It's such a waste of time. Like, really, it is also rooted in a lack of self-trust. To go a little deeper, it is rooted in a lack of fully trusting yourself, your intuition, your intelligence, your insight, and also your capability of being able to do it with or without those people you thought are going to be part of it. Because most of the time, it's our immediate environment, right? It is our friends, our family, like the people we think are our people. But then you get this idea, like you get this business idea, you want to do something. It is really about not only like convincing them, but it's about convincing yourself. So maybe there's something inside of you that still needs a little bit of convincing, right? You convincing yourself, you trusting yourself more, you believing in your capabilities, you being confident enough to step outside your immediate circle, because we know it, like as business people, it's time to, like, we need to step out of our comfort zone, and those people around us, they are our comfort zone and they keep us stuck. Okay, so it's so important to not waste time on convincing them, but rather sit alone by yourself, convince yourself a little bit more, do your research, get the information, right? Get everything you need in order to feel confident about whatever it is that you're selling or that you're doing, that you're wanting to bring into life, and really build up your self-confidence step by step by step, believing in yourself, building competence, knowledge, and then just go, right? We're never going to be perfect. We just have to start, and we have to start by failing. By failing. Doing it imperfect, massive imperfect action is a very big key to success. And so get out there and do you, boo, right? Don't try to convince anybody else. Number three is create systems that support you. I love this one. I think sometimes we think of support systems as only people. Maybe you've heard about support systems before. And we can see people as support systems, absolutely. People who will not only like catch us when we fall, but especially people who will challenge us to think bigger, act bigger, be bold, right? Step out, do whatever we really want to do, and yeah, and go for the big dreams, right? If you shoot for the moon, you will, or if you shoot for the stars, you will land with the moon, something like that. So having people around us that are also on their authentic success path, very important, authentic success path, because I believe people who are just trying to be successful for the sake of being successful, not really having a why, not really being aligned with their authentic nature and their values and their personality. That's not what I'm talking about, but really people who are authentically on their own path. I think that's huge, right? That is like the biggest asset that we can have on our path to um, fulfillment, not only success, but also fulfillment. That's what I believe. So I believe in relationship. I believe in empowering relationships. This is what I see as a support system, right? People who support you in living your dreams, holding you accountable, giving you feedback, encouraging you, loving you, right? Keeping agreements, right? Strategic partnerships, things like that, right? We want that, we need that. It's part of the human experience and it's beautiful. This is not everything I mean when I say support system. I believe support system starts with you. And a system can also be like, if you exchange the word system with structure or habits, because the habits are like the little tiny actionable bites that actually create our personal structure and system, right? Our daily structure and system. We can see that and create that within our calendar. And this is where we create little structures and habits and tools that support us, like the food that we eat. Are you having regular meals, right? I am a holistic nutritionist by training as well. So I will always remind you of creating healthy habits, creating healthy structures in terms of what is your morning routine, right? It doesn't have to be super long and elaborate, but are you stretching a little bit, right? Are you drinking your water? Are you taking your supplements? Are you having a healthy breakfast, right? Are you doing things that help, that nourish you, right? The food that you take in, is it fueling your brain, your body, your gut, your cells, right? Your microbiome. It's so important that we have habits that support us on all levels. So let's check if our food habits, if our food is part of our support structure, right? What we eat, what we drink. Okay, very important. Then also, when we go to bed, how much sleep do we get? Meditation, right? This is all part of morning routine, but daily routine, nighttime routine, just in general, how do you construct your day? Do you make little pauses, right? To breathe deep, to contemplate? All these things are part of our own support structure. You can just easily put those things that you want to do throughout the day that support you and in keeping up your energy, right? Keeping up your productivity. I wouldn't even say that because I feel it's a lifestyle and I am very like flow, creative, feminine centered business. Yeah, that's my focus. Because we don't always want to do the same, but we want to have those little pillars inside our calendar that can help us to stay happy, vibrant, like moving, breathing, going out, meditating, dancing, whatever it is that you need to plan those things or to just know that these things are here to support you. Okay. So let me know in the comments. What is something that helps you stay happy, energized, fueled, right? Is it the water that you drink? Is it the dancing, right? Is it the going out, going for a walk, putting your 100 or what is it, 10K steps and going to the gym, meeting with somebody, like talking to somebody who's on the same path, right? These can all be support structures. Right? The same thing goes for your business. So we're already seeing it is really about creating a structure. We can talk about energy management, time management, task management, right? Because for our business, especially as creative entrepreneurs, I believe one of the biggest hacks, right, is for me personally, and I know and I believe that this goes for most of the highly successful entrepreneurs. We have kind of created a life that is very spacious, right? I have created like even like my apartment, my life, my obligations, what I say yes to is very few, right? So I have created the time and space to fully like to be in my own energy, in my own headspace, in my own energy, and then to create the things that I love. So the day belongs to me. I know sometimes it's not, it's maybe you're still working a 9 to 5, maybe you're still having a side job. So it's not the whole day that belongs to you. But I believe that's the goal, kind of, that we want to have the day, the time for ourselves, and then to be able to flexibly structure our own days, right? So for our business, that's just a little formula here and there, to use the beginning of the day to energize yourself, get into motion, right? Move, drink your water, do your little routine, and then get creative, right? There's a saying, create before you consume. Right? Because today, let's be honest, we all are kind of glued to our phone and we are so tempted to consume other people's creations because there's so much of it. But I believe what makes us successful and happy is to actually create, right? We want to create. We're like kids. We want to create. We want to contribute, like our perspective, our creation, our advice, like our art, right? Whatever it is, that's what we want to create. So in your business, how does your structure look like? Do you have time and space to create, get into your zone, and then do whatever you need to do or want to do, and then really put everything else kind of behind that, right? Then maybe it's later on, it's the administration during the day where you actually yeah, tend to communication and things like that. And then in the evening time, it is more the consuming, right? To like when we were like maybe a few years ago, or maybe you still do it, like watching a movie in the evening, right? But I'm a social media person. I actually love to consume other people's content, and I'm like deeply involved and immersed in personal development, but also spirituality and travel and food, and in investing. So I like to consume educational content on how to create the best life that I want to create. So this is what I do in the evening. So we want to create, then we want to tend to maybe administration, and then in the evening we want to consume, or we want to be with people. I mean, let's not forget that. Okay. So, and then also coming to money. right? I'm still at point 3, creating support structures. The same thing goes with money, right? I believe that it is important for us, especially if we create money, right? We create content, we create business, we create income, we create like relationships, communities. So first we want to create money, right? I am money with all the knowledge that I have, all the experiences, all the expertise. I know that I can help you realize your whatever it is that you want that is valuable to me, so you pay me, right? So this is how we create value. We are first the money. I am the money, I am the knowledge, right? I am the solution to your problem if you're still here, right? So I want to help you become a person of value too, so you can sell whatever it is that you can offer, or you can do whatever it is that you want to do, right? Empowerment is about education. Okay, so first of all, we become the money, then we make the money, and then we kind of manage the money, right? We become stewards of the money. And this is where we can also use certain systems. One of the systems that I'm familiar with and that I use as best as possible is the profit first. It's also it's a model. You can educate yourself on that. Profit first kind of means if you get money in, the first chunk of the money is yours as you, as a person, as a private person. And then the rest of the money, let's say 10%, goes right straight into your pocket. So you are good. And you can also reward yourself, right? Because we're all doing this because we want to have fun, right? We want to live the life that we love living. And then we want to, of course, reinvest in our business so we can become better, maybe reinvest in further education for ourselves, reinvest in a course, in a membership, right? Or also going on to like business events, meetups, masterminds, things like that, or even invest in a personal assistant or an accountant or somebody that can help you to take off the load so you can be in your zone of genius, right? That's what we all want to do. So we create systems for our money. I talk about this extensively in my book. It's not out yet, but it's on its way. But this is definitely a big part of my book, to create those systems for the food, relationship, business, and money. And really understanding that you create those systems so they can support you, for you to be in your zone of genius. You're fueled, you're clear, you have time and space to create your own structure that serves you best in doing and living and being the person that you love to be, right? So that's really number 3 of how to really change your mindset, and then to do whatever you need to do in order to become that successful businesswoman. Number 4 is, that is something that I definitely fell into. And everything I'm saying, like, I haven't always mastered this. So let's be real, right? So now I have mastered it and now I can teach it. So number 4 is, don't fall into the toxic femininity lie. I feel like personal development, especially like the law of attraction, spirituality, has a big part of that toxic femininity, where it's only about the mind, only about thinking, like manifesting through thinking and feeling. Of course, it is about changing your mindset. It's about believing, right? I speak about that. Change your belief systems, change your limiting beliefs into empowering stories. We have to do that. The universe is mental, all is mind, right? It's one of the universal laws. Absolutely, absolutely. The law of thinking, so important. But it doesn't stay there, because we're humans, right? We are not only spiritual beings or mental beings, we are physical beings, and we love to be physical beings. That's why we're here, right? So it's thinking first, yes, of course, feeling, maybe even feeling first, right? Because feeling is the secret, as Neville Goddard said. And also, it is about energy, right? We are electromagnetic beings. Like, I am all about quantum physics, right? It's all about metaphysics. I am all into that. Like that is a big part of my work. If you really want to create the life of your dream, come over to my membership. This is where you get all of the gist, okay? So, but going back to don't fall for the toxic femininity, it's not only thinking, it's not only feeling. That's a big part of it. But even like I feel like I'm a good embodiment. So just look at me, right? So just look at me in terms of like I love to feel what I say, right? My voice is a sensual part of my expression. I love to talk about what I'm talking about, and I feel it from my womb, from my gut, from my heart, from my throat, right? All of the energy systems are active. I love being, right? I love feeling my body. So we don't only want to feel and then lay around. We can't do that. I love that too, right? I'm a big fan of resting and taking time to relax if your body calls for it. But I know that we also want to move and we want to be and do. We want that. Right? It's not about effort. It's not about necessarily, it's not about struggle because you love it. You want to do it. Right. So not only the being, that's what I mean by toxic femininity, and only also this like soft and demure and cutesy, right? Just being so sweet and always like put together. I actually have like my personal trainer. My personal trainer always says that I am very controlled, which I don't even really agree with. But okay, let's take it, right? So I believe it's about feeling, it's about thinking, but it's also about acting and expressing. That is healthy feminine. Healthy feminine is passion, is feeling, is sensuality, is also like, yeah, being a little bit like too much, right? I am here for the women who have always thought they were too much. No, you're not too much. Like you're just alive, right? You're alive, alive and living. Okay. So not only thinking and feeling and then laying around and being sweet and cute, you can't do that, right? But we're here for the full range. That is the full range. It's the healed feminine, it's the healed masculine, it's the sweetness, it's the light, but it's also the passion, the power, the potency coming from the gut, right? So we want to be it all as a powerful woman. We're not only sweet little girls over here, we're also wild women over here. Okay. I think that is definitely one of the things that I love most because my expertise is in emotional mastery. And emotional mastery is this: it's unlocking your full emotional range and to use it for your pleasure and for your creation, for your magnetism, right? Okay, good. So, number 5, it's a game. This life is a game. And personal development, what I do, like emotional mastery, mindset mastery, and also building the systems, right? Building the systems and operating in your zone of genius, being in your bliss state, right? These are different levels of unlocking your full potential, which means unlocking different levels of this game. And if you are here on this planet as a conscious human being, at one point you will realize it is a game. So it is important to understand, what game do you actually want to play, right? Like what game, what field do you want to be in? Because we're all players, right? We're all players on this field of life, and we all want to win. We do want to win, not because we want to be better than anybody else, but because it's so much fun to express oneself, to play the game against yourself or with yourself, right? Because you are enjoying the game that you play. You love becoming better at whatever it is that you chose to do, right? You want to learn. That is our human spirit. We want to learn. We want to grow. We want to find out more. We want to become better. That's just in our nature. That is nature, right? Like that's nature in terms of the trees and evolution and the animals, and everything in nature wants to evolve. That's how we want to evolve too. And I believe that this is the game of life. So enjoy this game of life. So let me do a little recap. 5 mindset shifts that you have to do in order to become a successful woman in your business, in your life. Number 1, you can win the game. You can do it, whatever it is that is truly in your heart's desire. You can do it. Okay. It has to be authentic. Okay. So, number 2, stop trying to convince anyone around you because it's not for them. Okay. Find your place, find your expression, do it, and you will find your tribe. Okay. Number 3, create systems that support you. Food, routines, daily routines, right? With everything you do. And in relationships, who are your support system? Like, what quality of people are these? And who are you, right? Are you also that quality of person? In your business, it's about daily structure, monthly structure, especially as a woman. That's what I talk about. I'm going to put the link down below because there's going to be a masterclass at the 1st of October where me and my partner, we are going to talk about cyclical living and womb health for female entrepreneurs. This is how you can master your calendar, your energy levels, so you can get more done in a natural way as a woman. This is a game changer. So if you're interested in really knowing how to work with your natural energy cycle as a woman, that's a must. Okay, so you're going to find it in the link down below. And number 4, don't fall for the toxic femininity in terms of just thinking, just praying, just hoping, just wishing, just wishing and like trying to manifest things through your mind. No, we are physical beings too, and we want to move. We want to act. We want to go out there. We want to move our bodies. We want to do the work, right? We want to dance. We want to sweat. We want to talk, right? We want to create. We want to film that YouTube channel. We want to do those things, right? So, and number 5, play the game. We're here. It's a game. It's the game of life. Become the best version of yourself. Unlock those different areas of yourself, right? Get rid of all the limiting beliefs so you can fully come into your own and then use your genius to master and win the game that you decided that you wanted to win and play. So this is fun, right? I hope that you understand, I hope that you could get some value from this and let me know like what you took from this, okay? Like whether it be the mindset thing, the relationship, the systems, maybe even this toxic femininity of just hoping and wishing, no. And really coming into this place of it's fun to act. It's fun to do. It's fun to play. It's not dreadful. It's not like, ugh, right? We don't want to just sit around the pool all day, every day. It's nice, yeah. But we also want to create. We want to play, again, as I said. So I'm looking forward to hear from you in the comments. Let me know a limiting belief that you had. Let me know a system that you use that has giving you the routine and the stability, your support, right? And also let me know, what game are you playing? Like, who are you? What is your zone of genius? And what playing field are you in? So I would love to hear from you. And if you found this valuable, leave a like, leave a subscribe, give me a comment, and definitely also check out the membership. This is where you find the real gist, right? The proven, repeatable strategies. So you don't have to do the guesswork. You can get to where you want to go faster, and also with the community. And also, if you're interested in the womb health and cyclical living, you will find that in the links down below. It's going to be amazing. So much love for now. And until then, stay dangerous. Bye-bye.